Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm Nestor and today I'm here with Fiorella.
Hi, Nestor. I'm so excited about today's topic. Why do I understand English but I can't speak it? It's a question a lot of learners have.
Absolutely, I think we've all been there at some point. Listening to a conversation in English, nodding along, understanding most of it, but when it's our turn to speak, we freeze.
Right. Or we feel like we have the words in our head, but they just don't come out.
Well, Fiorella, have you ever faced this issue?
Oh, definitely. When I first started learning English, I could watch movies or YouTube videos and understand the gist. But the moment I tried to speak, I'd get tongue-tied.
Yeah, same here. I'll be all ears during a conversation, but when someone asked me a direct question, I'll get cold feet. It was like my brain just shut down.
That's a perfect idiom. Get cold feet. It really captures how we suddenly become nervous and hesitant.
Exactly. It's funny because we know we have the vocabulary somewhere in our heads, but we struggle to pull it out in real time.
So, let's talk about why this happens. I've read that understanding is a receptive skill, which basically involves listening and reading, while speaking and writing are productive skills. It's often easier to receive and process information than to produce it under pressure.
That's true. According to a study by the British Council, many English learners hit a plateau in speaking because they focus on passive activities like watching shows or reading texts, but they don't practice active conversation enough.
Right. And there's also something called the silent period theory by linguist Stephen Krashen. He suggests that some learners go through a phase where they can comprehend language input, but they aren't ready or don't feel confident enough to produce it yet.
Makes sense. It's like we're soaking up all the information, but we need to activate it with real-life speaking practice.
So, the big question is, how do we fix it? One tip is to speak out loud as much as possible, even if you're alone. I sometimes talk to myself in English, describing what I'm doing or how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I do that too. It might feel weird at first, but it really helps you get comfortable with the sounds of English.
Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes
Yeah.
are part of the process. There's a saying, practice makes perfect. But I prefer practice makes progress, It's more realistic.
Absolutely. Well, another great tip is to find a language exchange partner or join online conversation groups. That's how you get real feedback and learn to think on your feet.
I love that idea. And if you're short on time, you can do short voice notes with friends or record yourself on your phone. Listening back to your recordings can help you spot areas for improvement, like pronunciation and hesitations.
Exactly. And remember to set achievable goals, guys, please. Instead of aiming for 30 minutes of speaking practice a day right away, start just with 5 or 10 minutes. That consistency will definitely pay off later.
I came across some interesting research by Cambridge University Press that showed learners who engaged in guided speaking tasks like role plays or structured conversations develop more fluency than those who only do passive exercises.
That's really insightful. It shows that a structured practice can help us break the ice and move from understanding to speaking more confidently.
Exactly. The study also pointed out that learners who focus on both fluency and accuracy, meaning they try to speak more and pay attention to grammar, improve faster than those who only do one or the other.
I get it. So basically, it's all about balance. We want to speak more without obsessing over every mistake, but also keep learning the correct forms, of course.
Let's highlight some idioms and vocabulary we've used today. First, we have get cold feet,
Get cold feet.
which means feeling nervous or hesitant about something. For example, I was all set to speak at an English debate, but as I walked on stage, I suddenly got cold feet and almost backed out.
Next up, we have all ears.
all ears.
That means eagerly listening. An example would be when our tutor started explaining the new pronunciation rule, I was all ears, eager to catch every detail.
Great idiom! I'm sure that everyone now is all ears in our podcast. Then we have the silent period.
The silent period.
A phase where learners understand but don't speak much. Example, during her first few months in the language immersion program, Maria experienced a silent period where she understood every conversation but rarely joined in.
That's why we are here, to help you avoid that silent period. Our next vocabulary word is plateau,
Plateau.
which means a stage where progress seems to stop or slow down. Example, after 6 months of rapid progress in her speaking skills, she hit a plateau, feeling that no matter how much she practiced, her fluency was not improving.
Next up, we have productive skills,
Productive skills.
which are speaking and writing. Example, while my receptive skills, listening and reading, are strong, I know I need to work more on my productive skills, like speaking and writing.
And you already heard it, we have receptive skills.
Receptive skills.
Listening and reading. Example, I can follow English podcasts and read novels with ease, which shows that my receptive skills are well developed.
So remember to work on all the language skills. Our next word is tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied.
It means struggling to speak due to nerves or confusion. For instance, during the interview, he became so nervous and he was tongue-tied and couldn't articulate his thoughts clearly.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Well, those words are great. Let's also add hesitation, fluency, and accuracy to the list of important words for language learners.
Good call. And don't forget confidence. It's crucial for speaking up.
Definitely, confidence is key. Without it, we might understand everything, but still stay quiet as a mouse.
So, to sum it up, if you understand English but can't speak it, you're not alone. It's a common stage in language learning.
Yeah, the key is to practice actively. Push yourself to speak more. Even if it's a bit uncomfortable, do it, try it out. And, of course, embrace mistakes as part of the journey.
Exactly. Find a speaking partner, record yourself, and remember the research. Structure, practice, plus confidence leads to real progress.
We hope today's conversation helps you feel less stuck and more motivated. Keep going, and you'll see the results in no time.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay curious, keep practicing, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye for now. See ya.